The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Right to the air is Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. A big play there on the first play of the game. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
3rd and goal. Burrow. Touchdown! Joe Mixon from a yard out. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's do this!
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Patrick Mahomes. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Shoves him aside. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And give him 9 yards on the second down screenplay. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, 28 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 66 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They go play fake. Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 14 apiece is the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Taylor now to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Here's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Burrow will throw. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Mitchell Wilcox taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the 1st half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. On the move past the 40. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A dump down to McKinnon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here's Taylor on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the 1st half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cameron Sample just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And Burrow going to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Mahomes to throw once more. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 43 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips.